Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here are my top 5 cameos that I would love to see in the upcoming Obi-Wan show. First and foremost, obviously I do not want the show to be a cameo fest. I think this show's premise, characters, especially new characters and new locations, do need to be able to stand on their own. That being said, Star Wars is a big connected universe and I would love to see some familiar faces. Starting out at number 5, he's going to be on every list I pretty much ever make until we get to see him again, Quinlan Vos. He's essentially the blue-collar version of Obi-Wan, and I love him so much. But one of the reasons I think he would really work in the show is because he has a very similar story to Anakin. If Obi-Wan is trying to understand Anakin's fall, who better to talk to than Quinlan Vos, who has had that experience of falling in love, of falling to the dark side, and of returning. Also, we know that his whereabouts are unknown, so he was not officially listed as deceased in Order 66. He's out there somewhere. We're waiting for him to show up, and I think this might be a great place. Also, if Obi-Wan ever needs to find anything, I think the psychometry that Quinlan Vos uses might be a pretty cool connection, and we do know that he has connections to the Underworld, and on Tatooine. That's where we first met him in The Phantom Menace. My number 4 pick is a 2-for-1. I want Kitster and Wald. I know some people are speculating that Kumail Nanjiani's character is Kitster. I think there could be more than one brown person on Tatooine, but that's just me. It could be. I'd be really interested to see, but I want to find out how Obi-Wan is going to deal with this thought of maybe bringing Anakin off of Tatooine was a bad idea in the first place. These two could really represent what would have happened if Anakin stayed on Tatooine and never came and joined the Jedi. Would his life be better? Would it be worse? I mean, probably couldn't be worse, all things considered, at least at this moment in time. But if he ran into Anakin's old friends and saw how they grew up, I think that could be pretty compelling. In the expanding universe, Wald ends up going on to take over Watto's shop and continues living his life on Tatooine. Kitster, on the other hand, he works his way up and ends up turning the pod racing track into a swoop racing track. He gets into all sorts of shenanigans, falls in love, gets married, steals art. There's a whole thing. Han and Leia have to help rescue him because the people he stole it from come after him. Yeah, but it could be really interesting to see where they ended up and have Obi-Wan like really and truly wonder, was taking Anakin off the planet a bad idea? At number 3, I have Corky Cree. Now, I'm not necessarily a Corky truther myself. There's a lot of people who really want Corky to be Obi-Wan's son. I personally am not the biggest fan of this idea, but Anakin fell to the dark side. The catalyst to that was love, was his love for Padme. Obi-Wan is no stranger to love. We have to find out how he can reconcile his feelings for Satine. And I think Corky is a great vehicle to do that with. You know, they could bond over, his lost mom. We could find out that Corky is actually a Kenobi. That would be cool. But Obi-Wan has sacrificed so much of his life to the Jedi Order. He even said that he would have left the Order had Satine asked him to. Does he regret that decision? In hindsight, I would love to see Obi-Wan come to terms with that. At number 2, I have Sabe. Now, it would be amazing if we got Keira Knightley back into Star Wars. I think that would just be super cool. What if Obi-Wan is on Tatooine and he turns a corner and swears, "Is that Padme?" Something similar happened in the Vader 2020 run, and it was awesome. Sabe has been killing it in those comics, and I would love to see her. This would take place before then, so we can kind of see how that gap gets bridged. But we do know that the last thing that Sabe was doing before Order 66 and all the stuff broke out is living on Tatooine. She had a mission, she had a life there, and she was helping to free all the enslaved people on that planet and make better lives for them. I think she would be a really interesting person to run into, and I think we could see her. We could see her. Maybe Keira Knightley's too big to be in it, but either way, would love to have her. At number 1, I have Dexter freaking Jettster. I think people really think I'm joking when I talk about how much I love this character, but I just do. First of all, Obi-Wan needs to be happy, and tell me, have you ever seen Obi-Wan happier than when he was talking to Dexter Jettster?
Obi-Wan!
Hello, Dex.
I didn't think so. We also had him have a little bit of a resurgence in the recent book Brotherhood by Mike Chen. He is an amazing resource off-planet that Obi-Wan can truly trust and can really use to get things done, which again is a big thing that he's doing in the Brotherhood book. So not only would he be a huge resource to help Obi-Wan, but we could also get the galactic perspective on Order 66 and what happened. That's one thing that we are always missing. We don't see the true point of view of the average person, and I would love to see someone like Dexter Jettster who is keeping his head down, but he knows the Jedi, he trusts the Jedi, he trusts Obi-Wan, and is watching this galaxy unravel over the past 10 years, and knowing that what they're spreading is propaganda. I would love to get that outside perspective, and I think it would just be amazing just to see why I do it again. Dexter Jettster. Anyways, that's my list of my top 5 cameos I would love to see in Obi-Wan. I'm sure you have some very different ideas for yourself. Please let me know in the comments who you would like to see cameo in here. And yeah, do all the things. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I really appreciate it. And may the Force be with you.